In today's Freedom Model Quick Lesson, I'm going to talk about the myth of willpower. And we talk about this a couple times throughout the book. There's this idea that if people want to learn to moderate or want to abstain, that they need willpower, and that willpower is this finite thing. That, like I imagine that it's like a beaker, okay? And the beaker at the beginning of the day, when you're rested and you feel good and you have enough to eat and all this stuff, that as your day goes on, the willpower beaker depletes. And there's been some research about this. It's all very inconclusive. And that we make good decisions when our willpower is high and bad decisions when our willpower is low. And I believed this for a long time when I was young. And then you fill the beaker gets full when you're making good decisions, and it gets depleted when you maybe start making decisions that aren't in line with what your goals are, right? Well, here's the myth of it. People don't do what they don't want to do. The PDP is the answer. It's learning that everything you do, you're doing because you are moving in a direction of what you believe will make you happier in that moment and overall in your life. So the goal is to tap into your PDP, to really ascertain with everything that you're doing. And if you have decisions that you're making that you think are bad decisions, that you wish you weren't making, instead of looking at it as a matter of willpower and that I just don't have the willpower and it's this elusive thing out there, look at it as, why do I think that what I'm doing right now is going to make me happier? What benefits do I think I'm getting from doing whatever it is I'm doing that I wish I wasn't doing? Really look at it as something, okay, clearly I want to do this. Clearly, whatever costs that I'm paying, I know them on the front end, and I'm willing to pay them. So depending on whatever this behavior is, why do I like this so much that I'm willing to pay those costs? The goal is to figure that out. What I say, a lot of families will talk about, well, a lot of people will talk, a substance user will talk about, I just don't have the will, just don't have the willpower. Look, I did some pretty crazy things to get drugs. I can remember driving in a blinding snowstorm an hour and a half to get drugs. And it was very cold. And I remember I didn't have a coat, and I was going on back roads that I wasn't aware of. It was worth it to me. That's a tremendous amount of will, because we have a tremendous amount of will to do things that we think are valuable to us. We have a tremendous amount of will to do things that we think will make us happier. We always do. So willpower is just a matter of getting us what we want. That's it. It's a myth that we do. It's depleted. It takes a tremendous amount of will to lead a lifestyle of heavy substance use. And that will comes from our PDP, our positive drive principle, which just means we're doing what we think makes us happier. No one gets addicted to something they don't like or something they don't like doing. You don't do things you don't really want to do. I don't have to have willpower to not eat peanut butter. Peanut butter I find absolutely abhorrent. I do not like it. People make fun of me. They mock me. And I've never liked it, ever. I don't have to have willpower not to eat it. And the truth of the matter is I love chocolate, but I like it as a treat. I don't have to have willpower not to eat it all the time. I know that I don't see value in eating nothing but chocolate. So the goal, when you want to change your behaviors, is to figure out what you like about it. And then question those benefits. Question the reason behind why you're doing it. Question the reason behind your strong preference. And that's today's Freedom Model Quick lesson.